Israel Abanikanda. You know what I mean? We're going to call him Izzy. That's what they calling him. 41-inch vert would have been the best. Would have been the best in the combine. You know what I mean? He's like that. The athletic, the freak athleticism, man, from, in my opinion, man. 20 years old, junior. Ran between a 4.2 and a 4.3. You know what I mean? This guy's athleticism is off the charts. Now, there's a lot of athletic guys in the combine and at pro days. We know that. But is there athletic guys with this type of vision that he's showing on plays like this? It's a lot of running backs available in this draft. And we got to do our due diligence by looking at all of them because everybody's name isn't Bijan. We gotta get a look at these guys because we not the team that be drafting running backs in the 10th spot. So let's take a look at this play right here. The tight end completely whiffs. He's supposed to pull and block this defensive tackler, and that puts the vision of Izzy on display because when he whiffs this block, Izzy got a decision to make. He could take the path that's gone, or he could cut back inside and beat the free tackler. You know what I mean? And just make a lot of moves and get to the end zone. This guy's vision is off the charts. The breakaway speed, everything's there. Somebody worth looking at if you're the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I got to let y'all know that this video was brought to you by Print Champs. This video was brought to you by Underdog. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the NBA playoffs is about to start, so make sure you tap in with Team Underdog Fantasy. They matching your first deposit. You know what I'm saying? Get you some more bang for your buck and win that bag. I want that bag messing with Underdog. Make sure y'all do the same. Also, the Ski Mask Howie shirts, all of those things of that nature, man. Y'all already know how we giving it up. Tap in with Big Print Champs. Get all your needs fulfilled there as well. Israel, you know what I mean? Izzy out of Pittsburgh, junior, 20 years old, is just the latest example of how many great running backs are in this draft. You know what I mean? Because I don't want people's heart to be broke when the Eagles don't draft Bijan Robinson with the 10th pick in this draft. I just don't want your heart to be broken because there are some prospects that you can get great positional and great draft value out of later in this draft. You know what I mean? So a player like Izzy being 20 years old, you know what I mean, with the upside that he has, you already brought in the guy like, I don't know why I keep Rashad Penny. You brought in Rashad Penny. Kenneth Gainwell seems to be emerging as a guy that's going to get a lot of carries as well. And you brought back Boston Scott. In what world does Bijan Robinson fit in my opinion? So, I mean, he fits in perfectly fine. But are you like if you're going to waste the number 10 pick on him, are you prepared to give him 25 carries a game as a rookie? You know what I mean? I just don't. I like knowing the Philadelphia Eagles and knowing how we operate. I just don't really see that happening, man. So I'm looking at guys that, you know, are outside of what everybody is thinking we should do. A lot of people aren't really doing their due diligence at this point in terms of looking at other running backs. It's like Bijan or bust. But that's not the case. There's a high possibility that Bijan Robinson very well might not end up being the best running back out this draft class. It's a very high possibility that can happen. At the end of the day, all of these guys have only shown us what they've shown us on a collegiate level. You know what I mean? They've all shown us what they've shown us on a collegiate level. From what I've seen so far, I don't see any running backs out of this draft class with how deep the defensive side of the ball is and our position of need warrant me moving up. I don't see no Barry Sanders. I don't see none of that type of stuff. You know what I mean? And to draft a 20-year-old running back who has the same measurables coming out as Breece Hall in terms of height, weight, you know what I mean, 40 time and things of that nature, man, I feel like it's a real opportunity for the Philadelphia Eagles to go out there and mold, you know what I'm saying, a potential running back of the future. Go out there and mold somebody like that. You know what I mean? If you go out there and you go get Bijan, he got to be a day one starter. We know how that's going to go. A lot of media hype comes with that, but I'm not going to cry if you do it. But, you know, I'm just here to tell you all that there are other options at the running back position. I believe you need a running back in this draft. You need a running back in this draft. You can't walk away from this draft without having a running back. You need to go out there and get that solidified and get that taken care of in this draft. You ain't doing it in free agency, so make it happen in the draft. But do you need to waste a 10th round pick? Let me ask you all this question. Leave the answer to the question in the comments. Are you going to choose between, if it's between Jalen Carter and it's between Bijan Robinson, who are you going to choose? Who do you think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to choose? They're going to choose the trenches. We got to stop acting like we don't know this team and what this team is. We're going to choose the trenches every time. So, you know what I mean? I just don't want too many people to get their hopes up about Bijan. Fantastic player. I get it. You know, I could be totally wrong. The Philadelphia Eagles could draft Bijan Robinson. Me and Philly 500 are going to have a really interesting conversation about this on Tuesday, I believe, or Monday, 7:45. I'll keep you guys in the loop with that. We all know Philly 500 is pro Bijan. I'm not against drafting Bijan, but you know, I think that it's a better way that we can go about doing this. I would do it a different way, but it's going to be a real interesting talk because I like the Philadelphia Eagles YouTube community so much because we all have different opinions. This won't be the first thing me and Philly 500 weren't, you know, on the same page about, you know what I mean? And we're going to have a conversation about it because I really feel like that, you know, there's different ways to skin a cat. From my point of view, we've been to the Super Bowl twice in the last 6 years and we didn't take a running back high in the draft. You know what I mean? We didn't waste first round picks on many skill players to get that done. On many running backs to get that done. But, you know, this could be the year that we do something like that. This really could be the year that we do something like that because Bijan ain't coming into, you know, he's not going to the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to the Panthers, teams that really don't have anything right now. He will be going to a team that just played in the Super Bowl last year. You know what I mean? And you know how that could look if he pans out and be who he says he's going to be. You got to win the Super Bowl within 2 years if you get him, because I feel like running backs of that magnitude are looking for extensions after year 3. You know what I mean? And you got Smitty money coming down the line. So you just got to see how that pan out. But, you know, Izzy out of Pittsburgh is one of them ones, man. Just one of many running backs that'll work well behind the offensive line that we have in Philadelphia. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, man.